This is Claire E. Parsons, lawyer, mindfulness and compassion teacher, speaker, and author. This is a quick joy practice. I know that sometimes the word joy can feel fake or forced. That's not the intention with this practice. Instead, the intention here is to rebalance from the stress and difficulty life throws at us and reorient to the goodness we all want. This practice will allow you a space to experience joy clearly and directly. It may feel good to do, but it also may cultivate wisdom about what true joy is and how it shows up in our lives. So let's get started. First, find a comfortable seat. Close or lower your eyes if it is supportive to you. Bring attention to your posture. Bring attention to your posture. Looking for a position that helps you find a balance between relaxed and alert. On the inhale, lengthen your spine, and on the exhale, allow your shoulders to fall back and away from your ears. Taking a moment to just rest here and breathe. Noticing the breath as it comes in and goes out. Noticing sounds in your environment, whether they are close or far away. And noticing how the body feels at rest. Now, taking a moment to set an intention for practice. What brought you here? What drew you to this practice? What made joy seem appealing to you today, in this moment? Do you need a lighter mood? Do you need a moment to rest and recharge? Are you looking for more pockets of joy in your life? No answer here is right or wrong. Just note whatever arises and let it guide you as you practice. Now that you've had a moment to settle, let's cultivate some joy. To do this, I encourage you to bring a situation to mind where you remember feeling joy. And by joy, I don't necessarily mean exhilaration or excitement, silliness, or just having fun. I also don't mean the happiness that occurs when you get what you want. Those things might correspond with the feeling of joy, but they aren't required for it. What I mean by joy here is something that caused you to feel deep happiness, contentment, or well-being. Just a time where you noticed that things were okay, that you felt good, that the world seemed to be in the right place. This could be a small moment or a big one. It could be a pivotal moment in your life or an everyday occurrence. The details aren't really important. It only matters that you have a clear memory of joy. And to that end, a more recent memory may be ideal, but it is not required. Just rest here for a moment, breathing and allowing that situation to really fill up your mind. Let your imagination paint a picture or tell a story. But just continue to watch and observe as it unfolds. What is the story of joy that your mind is creating? What is this joyful moment? What is the context in which it was occurring? Was it a time when you got good news or a nice compliment? Was it a major life event or just spending a few minutes with a loved one? Or perhaps it was visiting a favorite spot or doing something that you love. Watching for any judgments here about whether the situation was good enough or whether you are reacting sufficiently to it. This isn't a test. Instead, what matters is that the scene honestly caused joy in you. As you recall this situation of joy, notice how your body feels. Can you identify where you feel joy most strongly in your body? What is happening in your body that signals joy? What is happening that tells you joy is arising? Where do you feel it? And how does it feel? What quality do these sensations bring? And if there are thoughts that also come to mind, what thoughts are coming up? Is there something that is particularly acute about this situation that heightens your experience of joy? Is it, for instance, the effect of being recognized or doing something that you love or being with someone that you love? Notice how you feel and what's there for you now. And then just note to yourself, oh, this is joy. This is what joy feels like. This is something that brings me joy in life. Now, if you don't feel much or don't seem to feel anything here, there's no need for judgment. Sometimes our minds are tired, and sometimes our bodies react differently to things. Sometimes it takes time to recognize emotions and to know where to find them. Joy isn't something we can force. If you have any difficulties with this practice, just remind yourself that making space for joy is the first step to having more of it in your life. And then send yourself some kindness, whether in the form of words or a kind gesture, like placing a hand on your heart. Regardless of how the practice was for you, scan gently through your body from head to toe. Notice how you feel and what's there for you now. Taking a moment to linger in the sensations and recalling your intention for practice. Noting that now you know what joy feels like, you may be in a better position to recognize it in your life and help others to find it. As we prepare to close, congratulate yourself for taking the time to meditate and for trying this practice. Take a final deep breath in as if you are soaking up every last bit of the joy left in your body. Hold it for a moment and then let it go. And when you are ready, you can open your eyes.